Everybody, welcome to Westchester Athletics. My name is Kelly Milliner. I'm the Associate Athletics Director and Senior Woman Administrator here at Westchester University Athletics. I'm here with Deirdre Bertotti, the Assistant Athletics Director for Compliance. And we're going to talk to you today about some things that you need to do right now in order to get ready to come to campus in the fall, and also some things that you're going to experience when you do get here. So with that, I'm just going to hand it right off to Deirdre and she can start with her compliance information.
Thanks, Kelly. Again, like Kelly said, my name is Deirdre Bertotti. I'm the Assistant Athletics Director and Compliance Coordinator here at Westchester University. And I just wanted to go over a few things that you need to do now or in the upcoming weeks for you to be ready to get on the field or court or in the gym. So first, you should have all registered with the Eligibility Center and going towards an academic and amateurism certification. We will be assigning athletic training room forms and the NCAA compliance forms to you in mid to late July. And then you'll also want to sign into your MyWCU account to make sure you are registered full-time for classes. Full-time here at Westchester is 12 credits depending on your major, but if you're an undergraduate student, it would be 12 credits. So for the NCAA Eligibility Center, if you haven't registered already, you'll want to go to this website, www.eligibilitycenter.org, and complete the registration process for a certification account. You'll want to answer all the questions in that amateurism questionnaire and then pay the fee that is required. Once you do those two specific things, your account will show up for Westchester University. Once you have registered with the Eligibility Center, you'll want to submit all your transcripts from every single high school that you have attended from 9th grade through 12th grade. Those transcripts will have to come straight from that high school that you attended. They do not accept the transcript from your current high school. You'll also want to submit a transcript with proof of graduation now that you are starting to graduate. You'll want to contact your guidance counselor at your school to make sure that they have submitted your final transcript with proof of graduation. Now you'll also be able to receive a amateurism certification. So you want to sign into your account and there'll be a little box in your top right-hand corner that will ask you to request final amateurism. Doing these steps, you'll be able to receive an academic certification of either final qualifier, early academic qualifier, or a COVID-19 waiver. Your amateurism certification, you'll want to see that it is final certified. Eligibility Center is sending you emails to the email that you registered with the Eligibility Center, so it is a good idea to read all those emails and also sign back into your Eligibility Center account to make sure you have completed all the tasks that are required. The COVID-19 waiver is new this year. So in order to practice, compete, and receive athletics aid, students with an expected spring or summer 2020 graduation date who will enroll full-time during the 2020-2021 academic year may receive a COVID-19 automatic waiver if you meet the following criteria. So between your 9th and 11th grade years, you'll need to complete 10 core courses that are approved by the NCAA and present a 2.2 or higher core course GPA in those courses. Due to the ACT and SAT cancellations, the NCAA Eligibility Center is not requiring you to submit your test scores if you meet the above criteria. To practice and receive athletics aid, they have come out with a partial COVID-19 waiver. So these are also for students who are expected a spring or summer 2020 graduation date and who initially enroll full-time during the 2020-2021 academic year. You can receive a partial COVID-19 waiver. The criteria that you would need to meet is, again, complete the 10 core courses between your 9th and 11th grade years, and those core courses need to be approved by the NCAA, and you would need to present a 2.0 or 2.19 core GPA in those courses. So this waiver would only permit you to practice and receive athletics aid only. Now, what if you do not have a 2.0 or higher GPA? You can still receive an academic certification based on your 9th through 12th grade transcripts, and then you'll also have to submit your test scores. Even if you received a partial COVID-19 waiver, you can also still submit this documentation to get an academic certification of final qualifier, so which would permit you to compete for this year. So below is information on how you can submit your test scores. You'll want to sign into your testing agency where you signed up to take your SATs or ACTs, and you'll want to follow that agency's process to send your test scores to the Eligibility Center. The Eligibility Center code is 9999. Now, if you sent your test scores to Westchester, that does not mean they've been sent to the NCAA Eligibility Center. They are two different entities. So you'll definitely need to send them to the Eligibility Center directly. If you are a homeschooled student, you also qualify for both of these COVID-19 waivers if you meet the criteria. We use a program called ARMS software. It's a communication software. It's where a lot of our forms are housed, and your practice schedules will also be in this software. If you've already spoken with Coach about walking onto the team, you more than likely will have an ARMS account already and received sign-in instructions in your WCU email account. However, if you have not or you cannot find that email, you can log in by Googling or clicking on this link for ARMS software login, and your login credentials would be your full WCU email, so include the @wcupa.edu, and your password would be your WCU ID number. You'll need to remember to add a 0 before your ID number. If you've already, like I said, if you've already been in contact with Coach, you should have an account, but if you cannot log in, please contact Coach and we will work with you to get you logged in. The athletic training room will send you forms through this ARMS software in mid to late July. It will send to your WCU email. You'll receive directions in your email on how to complete these forms. The first form would be your physical. Now, Coach should have emailed this form to you already, so you can start working on getting your physical. Your physical must be within 6 months of your initial practice at Westchester University. When your doctor is filling out this physical form, make sure that they sign and date this physical. You'll also be asked to fill out a medical history questionnaire. These questions are more related to your athletic injuries. And as you come to campus, you'll be contacted to do concussion testing. We also have an insurance requirement. So when you receive these forms through ARMS, you'll be asked to upload a copy of your insurance card. You want to make sure you upload the front and back and make sure they are clear. Also, you'll have a sickle cell trait testing form and a questionnaire, and you'll either provide your sickle cell test results or you'll decline the test. If you have ADHD and are required to take medication, you'll want to submit all your documentation for ADHD to the athletic training room. The NCAA compliance forms will also be sent to you through ARMS. We're looking to send them with the athletic training room paperwork from mid to late July for you to fill out. On the screen, these 5 forms will be the forms that you'll be asked to fill out with possibly an additional 1 or 2. The NCAA will randomly drug test Westchester University. All student athletes will be required to be tested or they'll lose eligibility. When the NCAA Drug Testing Center contacts us about drug testing, they will randomly select student athletes. By signing one of the compliance forms, the NCAA drug testing compliance forms, you are permitting them to drug test you. So we will provide you with the documentation and the procedure if you are chosen to be drug tested. Again, if you have ADHD, there is a medical exception for this NCAA drug testing, and this is why we are asking you to submit your documentation related to ADHD. Here are a few resources you can go to if you have questions. You can go to your coach. They are aware of all the NCAA requirements for student athletes and will be able to assist you with sports-specific issues. The compliance office, myself, can help you with the NCAA questions regarding eligibility and rules. We also have a student-athlete success program, which will provide you opportunities for leadership, personal development, and community service. We have an academic coordinator, which will help you with scheduling, academic major-specific issues, and graduation. And lastly, we have athletic training room, who can assist you with injury and seeing a physician and filing any insurance claims if you get hurt. Again, if you have any questions, my contact information is on our website. Again, my name is Deirdre Bertotti, and I am available at any time to answer any of your questions. And now I'm going to turn it over to Kelly Milliner.
Deirdre, what Deirdre spoke with you about was mainly everything you need to do right now to prepare to get to campus. And what I'm going to talk to you about is more, what can you expect off the field when you get here? So these are some things that we offer for all of our student athletes. And I'll go through them with you. If you have any questions, again, like Deirdre said, please feel free to give me a call, email me. Our information is on the website. So the Student Athlete Success Program, this has been in existence for quite some time, although it's gone through several iterations and names. We have recently titled it the Student Athlete Success Program because that's what we're really focusing on. It's part of our mission. It says there is to engage, prepare, and inspire student athletes off the field. We expect our coaches to take care of you on the field, but then when you do get off the field, just know that there's a lot of support for you there. These are the different areas that we really focus on: academic success, the Michael Horrocks Leadership Institute, sports performance with a focus on sports nutrition and mental health in this program specifically, personal and professional development, and community service. So I'm going to go through those in the next couple of slides. So our academic mentoring program is overseen by our academic coordinator, who is Dr. Tammy James, also available on our website. This program is for mainly first-year students. There are some upperclassmen students in this, but a lot of coaches do want their first-year student athletes to be in this program because of the transition. It's coming into college is very different from high school, especially being a student athlete. There's different things you have to think about. The adjustment to college for anybody is tricky, but I think adding on your sport and all the requirements and things that you need to be thinking about is something that you might not be used to. So this is a way to adjust, to help you adjust, and it's been very, very successful. It's also available for upperclassmen student athletes. Some request to be in the program and some are required to be in the program. Those students who are on academic probation really want to be in this program, and we do require them. Part of this is a weekly update. So there's graduate assistants that work with Dr. James. They meet with each student athlete once a week for about 20 minutes, go over what's going on in class. Do you have any issues? Do you have concerns about your professors? Do you have a lot of travel coming up and you're not really sure how to handle it? And they can assist you. They can put you in the right direction on campus, or maybe just give you some advice. There is a requirement for study hall and to have a tutor. Now, the good thing about the tutor piece is that it is very difficult, as you might have heard throughout orientation, to access tutoring just because there's so many people who want them. But in our program, we have worked with the LARC to offer at least one tutor for every student athlete in this program. So that's been pretty successful and very helpful. The mentor does have contact with coaches and with professors. So there's a lot of communication between student athletes, coaches, professors. So everybody knows what's going on and everybody is there to help you guys out. Okay, the second piece to the SAS Student Athlete Success, called SAS program, is the Michael Horrocks Leadership Institute. This has gone through a little bit of a change this year. So if you've been looking at our website for the last few years, you'll notice that this is different. I'll go through the three pieces of it right now. The first you'll see up there is the Emerging Leaders Conference. So this is offered to all student athletes, but our coaches have to nominate their leaders to be in this program. And this is about a 2 to 3 hour, one-day event offered each semester, where we bring in speakers and talk about leadership. And it's actually really, really impactful for our students who are able to attend that. So that's part of it. I want to skip over the academy for a second and go to the Captain's Leadership Advancement Series or class. This is for our captains or students who have been nominated by their coaches to soon to be captains. And this is a great experience. This is about a 4-week program. They meet Sunday nights typically and just talk about what's going on in your teams, share leadership ideas and conflict management. And they really, really do talk about how to help each other and the different ways to manage stress on your teams. There's some different things maybe going on at times. And I think our students do get a lot out of that. That happens 2 times a year too, because as you know, we do have different seasons. And the academy is brand new this year. This is something that is, you have to apply for. So we had interviews, and all of our students who were nominated and applied and went through the interview process and made it to the academy. This is the first cohort. So it's very, very exciting for us. They're going to be meeting a couple times a semester. It'll culminate with a project at the end of your 3 years. It's a sophomore, junior, senior level commitment. And this is a really, really deep dive into leadership skills that you can learn as a student athlete. So sports performance, another piece. If you get onto our website, you'll notice that our sports performance area encompasses quite a few things. We do work with athletic trainers and strength and conditioning staff, and they work together to make sure that you're ready and prepared and physically fit to play your sport and to succeed. The programming that we do in the SAS program is more of team workshops. We do a lot with the mental health and sports psychology, and then with sports nutrition, where we do some nutrition education and the fueling program. So the fueling program is something that we started last year. We have a graduate assistant who works with our, actually the chair of the sports nutrition department. And they have, if you see the picture right there, so they'll bring snacks and things to practices. So if you have a practice that ends at 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock class, you can grab something for breakfast. So this really does keep our student athletes fueled and ready to go. So personal and professional development. This is an area that we've always focused on. So this is mainly through workshops. We might work with the team specifically or hold a workshop for 30 student athletes, open everybody, first come, first serve. And this is a listing of all of the groups that we have worked with throughout the years, and we will continue. I will say that the counseling center, we absolutely will have sessions with the counseling center every semester, to talk about stress, to talk about, how are you handling things off of the field? How's your mental health? And we always work with a career center, especially for our seniors, how to write a resume and how to interview. And we do a lot of etiquette dinners and things like that. All of the other groups we've worked with, maybe not every semester, but we do have connections. If anybody has questions or an idea, bring it to us and we'll certainly figure something out. And community service is a big part of our program too. So our whole department, really, this is a focus for all of our teams. The Make-A-Wish Foundation is something that we've been raising money for the last 5 or 6 years through our SAC, which I'll talk about in the next slide. But that's what our student athletes have done, a lot of fundraising, which is also kind of fun. So we've had talent shows, we've had lip sync contests, we've had different events where they're fun, but they also raise money for a good cause. So it really brings the campus together, not just the student athletes, but if you see that picture there, that's a Pie and Athlete Day. So everyone on campus can come and raise some money and have a lot of fun. Our teams also do their own community service projects, and we encourage that. Team Impact is something that quite a few of our teams have been involved in. I don't know if anyone knows about what Team Impact is. It's where we have student or young kids, so in elementary school, maybe even high school, but they would sign with one of our teams it's a 3-year commitment. And they usually have medical conditions that make it so they aren't able to do things on their own, but they are pretty much part of the team. So they'll come to practices, they come to games, they cheer on the team. They sometimes do things off-site. So our volleyball team has a student, our men's basketball team has a student, men's soccer team has a student, and they've been able to connect with other kids and help them out, help the community. The service learning volunteer programs is part of student affairs, and we have connections with them. So if you ever really want to do something on your own, we're more than happy to help out and try to help out find some community service opportunities for you. And the SAC. So the Student Athlete Advisory Committee is a group of 2 members of each team. They meet every month, monthly, and they talk about what's going on campus. What are the issues that you might have as a student athlete? I mentioned the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's a big part of it. They really want to help the community out, raising money for that group. And it's really, this is the group that represents our student athletes. So they want to make positive change. They want to be out there showing to the rest of campus what our student athletes really are made of, and they do a really, really good job. So obviously the questions could be directed to us through email, as we've mentioned before. So please, please feel free to have, if you have any questions, whether it's compliance, you want to know about the SAS program, or anything having to do with you and your sport, please let us know. We'll get back to you quickly, and we can direct your question to somebody else if need be. So appreciate it. Have a great time. We are more than excited for you to get here in the fall. Welcome to our family. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.